When it comes to managing the balance between lifestyle costs and business burn, it can feel like you're juggling fire and ice. One wrong move and you risk draining your business account while trying to enjoy your personal life. But here's the thing. If you're not careful, lifestyle spending can sneak up and take down your business. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I separate these two worlds. And by the end of this video, you'll have a strategy that keeps both your personal life and business thriving. Now here's why you need to pay close attention. There's one simple trick I used that turned everything around for me, and I'll reveal it in just a few minutes. So stick with me. First, let's talk about tracking. One of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs make is mixing personal expenses with business expenses. If you don't separate these, it becomes almost impossible to understand where your money is really going. You might think, oh, it's just one dinner that's for both, but that adds up quickly. So the first thing you need to do is separate the accounts. Open a personal account and open a business account. This is a basic step, but it's a game changer. Now, I'm not saying you should never use personal money for business things. That's not what I'm talking about here. What you really want to do is have a clear line for tracking each. This way, you'll see the true impact of what you're spending and where it's going. No more guessing. Once you've set up that distinction, you can dig deeper into budgeting. You need to know exactly how much money you're spending on your lifestyle and how much you're burning through on your business. Trust me, tracking the right way will expose patterns you never saw before. For example, I found that my business was eating up way more of my budget than I realized in one specific area, and by making a couple of tweaks, I saved thousands without compromising anything. Here's a little-known tip that I wish I knew earlier. I pay myself a fixed salary from the business. That means the money I spend personally, I know exactly how much it is. It's like clockwork. I've seen a lot of people let their business funds sit as a sort of slush fund without paying themselves a consistent salary, which leads to overspending and a lot of unnecessary stress. But here's where it gets interesting. You need to look at your personal lifestyle like it's its own project. Think of it like any business expense. You can easily track personal spending by using apps that break down your expenditures, but the key is to set limits on what's allowed in your lifestyle budget. You can even automate it if you're like me and don't want to constantly worry about it. Now here's where I differentiate myself from a lot of the content you've probably seen. Unlike many videos you'll watch, I'm not getting paid affiliate commissions to push specific budgeting software. I've done this based on my own real-life experience, and I'll give you the unfiltered truth about what works. For instance, I've made mistakes where I didn't separate my business and personal expenses in the past, and it cost me dearly. The lesson I learned is that when you mix these two, it's not just the money, it's the mindset. You can't get ahead in business when you're worried about how much money you're spending on that weekend getaway or the new gadget you bought. Keep those separate, and you'll think more clearly. And finally, let me share the game changer. Every month, I review both my business expenses and my personal costs, and I adjust my budget based on what's working. This includes things like cutting unnecessary personal subscriptions or streamlining business operations. This constant evaluation keeps me lean, whether I'm living my lifestyle or scaling my business. So now you have the framework: separate accounts, track carefully, pay yourself a salary, and keep a tight grip on personal spending. The last thing I want you to remember is that the key to surviving this balancing act is awareness. If you're aware of where your money is going, you can take control. It's not about being cheap, it's about being smart with your resources. If you found value from this video and want to support content without hidden affiliate incentives, hit that subscribe button. If you want more tips on building and scaling a business without the burn, stay tuned, because I've got more practical advice coming your way soon.